कर्तुराज्ञया प्राप्यते फलम कर्म किं परम कर्म तज्जडम कृतिमहो दधो पतन कारणम फलम शाश्वतम गति निरोधकम ईश्वरार्पितम नेच्छया कृतम चित्तशोधकम मुक्तिसाधकम काय वाङ्मना कार्यमुत्तमं पूजनं जप चिन्तनं क्रमात् जगत ईषधि युक्त सेवनम् अष्टमूर्तिभृत् देवपूजनम् उत्तमस्तवात् उच्चमन्दतः चित्तजं जप ध्यानमुत्तमम् आज्यधारया स्रोतसा समं सरलचिन्तनं विरलतः परं भेदभावनात् सोऽहमित्यसौ भावनाभिदा पावनीमता भावशून्यसत् भावसुस्थितिः भावनाबलात् भक्तिरुत्तमा हृत्स्थले मना स्वस्थता क्रिया भक्ति योगबोधाश्च निश्चितम भक्ति योगबोधाश्च निश्चितम. Okay, good. So after a long time we are back again. Already we have discussed, as long as you have sankalpa. Sankalpa means making a strong desire in a given procedure. As long as you have sankalpa, definitely that long you don't have that much trust in God. You have to really be very clear and careful. But you can say, okay, if this is the case, then every puja has got sankalpa. Without sankalpa, there is no puja. Yes, that is true. Because people don't trust God. So, through the sankalpa, people become beggar. Only you beg. And karma phaladata, being karma phaladata, God the Ishwara, being karma phaladata. So when you ask, definitely Ishwara has to give you something. It's like beggar when ask, whether it is in front of temple or traffic place or church or wherever, okay? Sa 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 mama 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 madam, they won't say madam, mama 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 mama, and the way they irritate you, and they will catch hold of your leg and whatnot, then do you have any other choice other than bringing out few pennies and dump it and get out? You understand what I'm trying to say? So when a beggar keeps begging again and again, you don't have any other choice other than throwing some coins and get out. So if it happens in your case, even if you are a beggar, seeing another beggar or irritation of beggar, you get irritated and you become a donor or giver, what to talk of the God? I will give you another example. Suppose if you discover your child starts planning parallelly. He or she has got her own thing, starts parallelly planning. Yes, you will try to monitor, but if you are sincere parents, will you try to interfere? Will you try to do anything? Because whatever you do, child is going to reject. Because child already has developed its own ego and planning system. So that means what? Child has understood that my parents cannot plan anything anymore for me. Do you understand what I am trying to say? So that means the child doesn't have that much trust with the parents. Please understand consequences of it. Somewhere the child has lost the trust in the parents, whether being developing the ego, individuality, information, and many other factors maybe. But deep within, this is the truth, this is the reality. That I can decide for myself. I can do what I want because parents who are there to decide for me. So there is some type of lack of confidence, or you can say lack of trust too. So if this happens with reference to child and parents relationship, same thing also with reference to God and devotee. So when you do the sankalpa, you ask, give me this, give me that. What does it mean? You think that God, the karma phaladata, does not know what you need? Because remember one thing very clearly. Every karma has to bring its own result. See, I am not telling you that God is the giver of anything. Please understand. I am very clear. I am using the word karma phaladata, not mere giver. There is a big difference between karma phaladata and giver. So karma phaladata means what? He is the giver of your karma phala, okay? Not somebody's karma phala. So he cannot pull somebody's karma phala and give to you. Remember, that is not possible by him because he is also helpless. Now, the point is here very clear. That is what is being highlighted. When you do sankalpa, with sankalpa, if you have devotion, definitely that devotion is inferior. Whereas, when you don't have sankalpa, free from all sankalpa, sankalpa sunya, definitely that devotion is better. That's why we have a classification of devotees in Bhagavad Gita. All the devotees are classified into 4 categories. One is called Arti. This is the first step. Arti means the one who is in distress. So when you are in distress, you want to get rescued. You want help. So whomsoever you feel that is a strong person, you want to seek from that person help. And you somehow stumble upon that God is the strongest. Because you have tried to get help from everybody, anybody and everybody, I would rather say, but nothing worked. So then somebody said, look, now last option is God. You understand? So that's how many people are arti. That's why you can go to the hospital. I notice especially in India, because you know India is a secular country, useless concept, okay? Because secular means my brain starts itching, okay? Because I have few problems with secular. Of course, Mahatma Gandhi, Rabindranath Tagore, all these people, I don't know, they have destroyed. And they are the great icons, okay? And overseas, they are more popular than in India. We don't care, okay? Really, we don't care. Now, especially, as I told you, we like Gandhi in our pocket. Means that fellow's head is there in the currency, okay? Other than that, we don't need him at all. However, this is my problem, okay? And nowadays, I'll be going more and more against him. Because, unfortunately, because he has destroyed everywhere. However, the secular one. Why I said is, if you go to any hospital, it's a very funny thing. In a hospital, you will find temple, you will find church, you will also find some green painted place, okay? So there you go, secularism. So you think, who goes there to pray? So that means what? All arti, okay? This is my point, nothing else, okay? All arti, distressed people. In fact, when I see most of the temple, churches and all these things, only arti, okay? Only distressed. Second category is, no, I am not arti, I am not distressed. Okay, then what? Artharthi. Artharthi means the one who is looking for security, starting with wealth. Give me this, give me that, give me this. See, arti means if take it away, this, take it away, that, you understand? Take away my disease, take away my problem, take away, give, take away, take away. As the poor fellow where he has to take everything, huh? Because I will commit sin and he will take away my sin. How is it possible? It is impossible, okay? So that means he will be the ultimate sinner. If he is the ultimate sinner, will I go and worship him? It's a very useless concept. And who is he to take away my sin? Impossible. Law doesn't allow it. However, let me not get into too bad. So take away. Then another is second category. Give me. You understand? Give me this, give me that. Give me this, give me that. So they are called authority. So the one who looks for security, starting with that I need wealth, I need good relationship, I need children, I need name and fame, I need this, I need that, power, position, everything, okay? House, car. So that's why if you look at most of the cases, most of the people, those who are called devotees, either arti or authority. And the third category, which is interesting, called mumukshu. Mumukshu means the one who is desirous of liberation, the one who wants freedom. This is the third category. But those who are mumukshu, they think by getting rid of my wife, getting rid of my husband, oh God, if you can take away my wife, get rid means take away, okay? Take away my wife, take away my husband, I will be a free person. So if you take away my disease, okay, let me be healthy now, take away my disease, I will be a free person. So, arti also mumukshu, you understand? Without understanding what is moksha, what is liberation. Also authority, if I get this power and position, I am a free person. If I get this much wealth, I am a free person. You understand? If I get that, that's all, I am a free person. Nothing to do, now I am settled. Okay, you understand? In life I need to be settled. So that means what? Again, authority also mumukshu, pretends to be mumukshu, okay? But remember, that person is a mumukshu. The one whose priority is only moksha. Priority is only freedom, liberation. Not out of frustration, but out of maturity. Remember, this is the most important aspect. If it is out of frustration, we say you will start oscillating like a pendulum. Means you will not be stable either. In your behavior, in your approach, in your thinking, there will be some type of fluctuation. There is no doubt in it. However, mumukshu is the one who knows that I want to be a free person at the cost of anything. For me, arti or thati has no, I am neither in distress, there is nothing to get rid of, there is nothing to get. Then the final category is, that's why mumukshu has to be a jigyasu. Not going to heaven, because again going to heaven comes under arthat. Merging with the God or having dine with God is called arthat. So here mumukshu means has to be a jigyasu. Jigyasu means gyantum ichu. The liberation is not product of anything, but liberation is understanding myself. So that's why mumukshu becomes jigyasu. That comes under third category of devotee. And the final category of devotee we call as jnani, the one who knows one's own self. And remember, they are in order superior. So the lowest category is arti, then comes arthati, then comes mumukshu, then jnani. Now you can look at yourself, where do you stand? Whether as arti or thati or mumukshu, which is jigyasu, and finally jnani. Now he says, this is how the krama, this is how the order takes place. This is how the growth takes place. So if you are arti, at least work on to be artharthi. But don't work on, sometimes arti and sometimes artharthi, okay? It doesn't work. No, Swamiji, I am sometimes arti, sometimes artharthi. Actually, these two are together with me. Please, make sure from arti you need to be artharthi. If already you are artharthi, go to moksharthi. Once you are moksharthi, convert that, because moksharthi is a religious person. Any religion makes no difference. But they get stuck there. Moment that understand the concept of moksha, then you become jigyasu. Once you become jigyasu, that is called moksharthi, here we mean. Then finally, once you are jigyasu, automatically knowledge will come. Because all the means and everything will happen. So that's why he says, definitely, a jigyasu's bhakti is better, and of course jnani's bhakti is better. So here he says, bhakti bhavana, bhavana bala bhakti ruttama. So that is the ultimate. That is the ultimate devotion. And what is that? Called contemplating that you and me are one and same. Means, oh God, you and me, he am I, or I am that. There is no difference between me and God. So that is the ultimate, that is the best devotion one can come across. Now question arises, this is what we saw. Hrutsale manaha swasthata kriya. Because we are very slow, I am really stretching too much this. Not good actually. Bhakti yoga bodhascha nishchitam. So when you look at this verse, now personally one can say, okay, I understand. So do you mean that this all this karma yoga, bhakti yoga, what do you call, hatha yoga, raja yoga, all these yogas, how do you look at? So what is your opinion in this regard? Here Ramanamaharshi says, don't worry, all these things are standpoint. People are confused, they create a lot of divisions. In reality, there is no division. Why? Because if you look at why you approach your raja yoga, why do you approach hatha yoga, why do you approach bhakti yoga? If you understand the approach, the meaning behind the approach, that means from that standpoint, there is no difference. Says beautifully, Hrutstale manaha swasthata kriya. We have a beautiful point. In English, it is very difficult to explain, but in Sanskrit, we have this thing called healthy. We say, are you a healthy person? The health. So we have Sanskrit we call swasthya. So that person is called healthy person. What we call a swasthya. How? If you look at swasmin tishtati iti, when you are able to abide within yourself, or you can say when you are comfortable within yourself, we say swastha. Tasya bhava, that abstract sense, that ness, is called health in English. Can you see the difference? In fact, when you have a disease, you are not comfortable with yourself. Can you see this point? In fact, I would rather say, the moment you are uncomfortable within yourself, you will have disease. When you are not able to abide within yourself, that time only you have disease. When you are comfortable within yourself, that's why long before any disease happens, first mentally you are affected. As the medical science highlight, 90% of the total disease comes under psychosomatic disease. Remember this. 90% of the disease, including cancer. The cancer is a psychosomatic disease. And of course, this corona is 100% psychosomatic disease, don't worry. I'm not telling you jokes. Corona is 100% psychosomatic disease. The moment you come to know, I have come across a corona disease, then you understand all symptom comes out. Yeah, when winter comes, everybody does, okay? Tell me who doesn't do whenever the weather changes. Everybody does sneezing, everybody does this thing. Nowadays what happened? Anybody sneezes, everybody looks at as though the fellow is a criminal, you understand? Terrorist, not a criminal, terrorist. At least for a terrorist there will be some sympathy, you understand? I'm not telling you jokes. For a terrorist there is some sympathy. For a corona patient there is no sympathy. Means even you may not be corona patient, just you cough, okay? What nonsense is this? Anyway, that's my problem. Because I have been observing people, that's why I'm trying to tell you. So here, when you avoid within yourself, means if you do not know what is avoiding, that when you are comfortable within yourself, means your likes and dislikes are not able to disturb you. Easier way to understand. When your likes and dislikes are not able to disturb you, are not able to take you away. Disturb means what? You want to be seated in one place. Your child comes, pulls you. Your friend comes, pulls you. Then what happens? Do you get irritated or not? Because you want to sit down, somebody pulls you. So that is called disturbance. So also you want to be within yourself. You want to be comfortable within yourself. But without your knowledge, your likes and dislikes sometimes pulls, sometimes pushes. The pull and push that happens by your likes and dislikes. That's why what happens? You are away from yourself. So when you are away from yourself, there is a disturbance in you. That's the problem. And when there is disturbance, everything appears as though disturbed. That's the sad part of it. The way your disturbance is, accordingly the world appears. Because remember, the disturbance is nothing but what? Is by your mind, which happens to be your instrument. And there is a tadatmya bhava. There is oneness. How? Like specks. The one who uses specs all the time. There are people 24/7. Sometimes going to sleep also they will put the specs. That becomes habit. That's why you buy the specs which is unbreakable. Nowadays, you know, all funny sort of spectacles comes, friends. So here, if you observe, the specs is the extension of your eyes. But because of tadatmya bhava, because of complete dependence upon specs, because specs does some help for you, because of complete dependence and surrender to the specs, then what happens? Now, without specs, you cannot see anything. Now, in fact, specs is your eye. Can you see this point? And not only that, the color of the specs, and if there is a scratch in the specs, based on that, everything will be visible according to the specs. Can you make out this point? So if there is a crack in the specs, now there will be crack in the vision. So how it happens with reference to specs? So also it happens with reference to mind, which is inner specs, inner instrument. After all, mind is an instrument. So that's why, with the help of this likes and dislikes, with all sense organs put together, when they are able to pull and push you, when you want to be comfortable within yourself, that time you are not able to avoid within yourself, and that is what called, in short, disturbance. So here he says, when the person is able to avoid within yourself, one's own self, not allowing the likes and dislikes to be strong, not making them so strong so that they can pull and push the person, the individual, then what happens? He says, that is the purpose of yoga. That is the purpose of bhakti, yoga bodhasya, and that is the purpose of knowledge also. Because a person goes to temple for what? Person goes to any religious place for what? To be comfortable. Please understand. Without knowing, of course, what is comfort. That's another step, another point. Each one of us wants to be comfortable within one's own self. That's the point. That is what we look at in life. So now, if I want to be comfortable, and that is the purpose of me being religious, that is the purpose of me being practicing yoga, pranayama, that is the purpose of knowledge, and of course devotion and anything that you do in your life. And that is what is being highlighted here. That if you know the purpose, what you are doing, from that point, standpoint, whatever you do is going to help. Whatever you may do. But the problem is here, we do not know the purpose. And sometimes what happens, whatever we do, we try to look at from our likes and dislikes standpoint. And moreover, always we look for quick solution. This is what I observed. One thing, really, I am becoming very serious regarding this. In fact, I also started, to be very honest, developing this, which is not healthy for me at least. Now, especially in the mobile phone, I don't have patience. I'm just sharing with you openly. I don't have patience to watch any video more than 5 minutes through the phone. Through the computer I can watch. Mind doesn't go. Okay. As though mind says, hey, I know, what is this? I know. Or I'll comment, hey, it's useless. You understand what I'm trying to say? It may not be useful, but it is not useless. Can you understand? It may not be useful for me. If my mind is smart, yes, it may not be useful for me, but it is not useless. But straight time mind jumps and says, it is useless. So that, mind takes the credit. You understand? Hey, you are superior, don't worry. Blame others so that you take the credit. You understand what I am trying to say? Mind is very smart. Now, as I look at myself very carefully, that when I don't have patience to watch any video clip more than 5 minutes in handset, especially in the mobile. Now if you observe people, including you yourself, people don't have patience. Everything they want quick and quick. Remember, in life there is nothing called quick. Even if you want to die also, you cannot die quickly. And especially those who want to die, they always suffer a lot. I have seen many cases, okay? Get stuck, okay? Poor fellows will be admitted in the hospital. What suffering they go through. Or take poison, that's another issue. Means the fellow wants to die, cannot die so quickly. Because remember, you have prarabdha. Don't forget. It is a package, you have come with the package. Who are you to escape from the package? You cannot escape. Remember, even if you want. So coming back here, what I am highlighting, that how the mind governs us. And always we keep doing with our mind, but without knowing purpose. And that is our purpose. That's the main point here. That which is quicker. So we all work for short-term goal. Can you make out? short-term goal. All the goals should be very short, not long, okay? So how quickly, including liberation, should come just like that? You understand what I am trying to say? It is not just like that, remember? It is a process. You have to allow the process to take over you. You understand what I am trying to say? And if you don't allow the process to take over you, in fact, you are questioning yourself. You are challenging yourself. Then what you say, again you are back to the square. Maybe you have gone back, not back to the square. It is a very funny thing. It is like, it's a different game. You are lost somewhere. Again to come back to the square, beginning point, it will take time. That's why always remember, be clear the purpose of your working, purpose of your living, purpose of anything and everything that you in your life. And if your purpose is based on short-term goal, you understand what I am trying to say? If your purpose is based on short-term goal, definitely you are loser, if not today, tomorrow. Because when your purpose is a long-term goal, you don't have to worry for short-term goal. Any short-term goal will come. You don't have to bother. It's like, for example, when we go into the university, this is a good example. If your goal is to get best certificate, let us look at that best certificate in university is called long-term goal. Then automatically this getting attention, having some friends, doing all the nonsense or nuisance or a good thing, whatever, those becomes a short-term goal. You understand? Suppose if your focus is only on this, how to get attention, how to do this, how to do that, then what happens? You may or may not get. And of course your long term is gone. So whereas if you are focused on long term goal, this short term goal will come on its way. And even if it doesn't come, how does it matter? It has to come, there is no doubt in it. It has to come. But even if it does not come, how does it matter to you? But the problem is here, short-term goal, and especially this modern technology has destroyed everybody and is destroying everybody. More and more we are modern. Now the short-term goal has completely taken over. Earlier at least short-term goal was a few years. Now not even a few years, you understand? Not even a few months. I hope you understand what I am trying to say. Starting with telephone. I remember, let me share with you only, I cannot forget. In India I knew, those days, I am talking about 20-25 years old thing. There are very few people, every 3 years, every third year that person has to change the car. So I didn't understand that time. I said, hey, why are you changing car? It's good, just third year, why are you changing? He said, no, I have to change. I said, what? No, it is for taxation purpose. Hopefully he said, it is for tax purpose. Because I have to have some loan in my name. That is a must. So I take loan. The day the person pays back all the loan for the car, he has to sell it off. Whatever price makes no difference. In fact, always sold in undervalue. Then he has to go for a new car because that is how he manages tax. So he says, instead of giving government to the tax, let me have loan. So enjoy a new car for 3 years, then I will get rid of it. I was, those days 20 years back, I was crazy. What is this good car? And he's just getting rid of and getting more new ones. Okay. But now I am asking you all, telephones, how many years you are holding? Whether it is China made means it is Hawaii and all this, okay? There are many brands in Europe also, is there China made, okay? China product, don't worry. Or it is Samsung. or it is iPhone. How many years do you hold a phone? Maximum 2, okay? After 2 it starts crying and crying. Then you look for 3 years, you don't have any choice other than that getting another one. Can you see this point? So this technology is forcing you. Now everything you want to short. Oh, already time is up. So what I am trying to highlight here is, whatever you are looking, whatever you are doing, please understand, try to know the purpose of it. And when you know the purpose, remember, you are comfortable within yourself. And once you are comfortable within yourself, that is the purpose of your life. That is the yoga. That is the knowledge. That is the devotion. To make sure that you are comfortable within yourself. How you can be comfortable with yourself? Not fulfilling, not getting rid of. Please understand. Not fulfilling, not getting rid of, but being, abiding within yourself. More of it. We'll see tomorrow. Please close your eyes.